Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Vibing with TJ podcast. Yes, I had to change the name because somebody else got the name. So don't say nothing about it. Uh, I hope that everybody is having a great Friday so far. And cheers to the weekend as we head into the weekend. So I got two more guests on with me, my two older sisters. I'm the youngest, don't I look the youngest?
Girl,
Yeah. I'm the youngest. My two older sisters going to be joining me today as we talk about overlooking red flags and their experiences with that. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, however they want to introduce themselves, and give a little background on themselves. And we're going to hop right into it. So whoever want to go first, go ahead.
my name is Keisha, but you call me Miss Key. Not too much interesting facts about me, I guess. I'm a mother of four, two sets of twins. Yeah, and I'm just living my best life at the
Okay.
moment.
All right. That's good.
My name is Nicole, Nikki J. You can call me that, Nicole, whatever. Um, and not too much about me either. I'm a writer. Little break from that, but whatever. Got two kids. They 12 years apart, so that's interesting because they aggravating. And I, all I do is really work and chill in the house and sip my drink. So,
And she's sipping right now on the camera.
Mm.
that's,
Mm,
that's pretty much pretty basic, pretty boring.
pretty basic, pretty boring. Well, yeah, I'm
Ain't
pretty
nothing wrong
basic.
with it.
Ain't nothing
Ain't
wrong with
nothing
that.
wrong with it.
The older you get, the more basic and boring you want to be. So, all right, so we're gonna hop right into it. So, like I said, the topic is overlooking red flags. So, the first question I have for you guys, and like I said, we're gonna break this up in segments. It's gonna be a pretty general question. What are some of the red flags that you guys have experienced? And I don't mean just in romantic relationships. It can be any type of relationship that you have experienced throughout your lifetime, and it can be
I,
anything.
I would say the first thing that kind of pop top of my will be red flags with friends, like people who you just meet, like at work or places like that, and you just ignore the fact that they may be two different people at work or at outside of work, or you know what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, day to day, you ain't got to be outside
that
of work. 1 minute they like this,
person
and
at
then the
work,
next day they acting like this, and you be like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
The switch up.
right. So
very
like I
much so.
a situation that happened kind of recent with a coworker where we started hanging out, and I kind of ignored the red flags of us when we go on like to work functions where there's alcohol flowing. She turned into a different person at work. I mean, at the work. So just ignore that red flag. Decided to hang out with her, and it turned into a hoe. I'm like, oh, she's really a different person when that alcohol started flowing. But I ignored that red flag when we was at a work function. So I
Mm.
could probably one of that's kind of like top of mind because it was so recent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, have y'all experienced any red flags when it comes to like friends or?
Well, I don't do too many people, so friends,
But
but relationships, yeah.
you got
I mean, not associates. Um, yeah, they act 1 minute yeah, girl, da, 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 and I'm this and I'm that, and then the next day they just a whole totally different person. I'm like, well, that ain't what you said yesterday, but okay, yeah.
Mm.
So
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to relate that to like friendships because you don't really see red flags when you first meet somebody until it's like, oh, that was a flag. You
I
know what
do,
I mean?
I do.
I don't know. I might
I
disagree. I think I've seen
I
some. Yeah.
I sit
Like in
back and
friendship,
observe
like
people.
for example,
I'm very quiet because I'm not quiet for a reason. I'm quiet because,
Yeah.
well, I'm not quiet just because I'm quiet for a reason. That's what I meant to say. Because I
right,
want to see how you
Mm-hmm.
is. I want to see what's coming out your mouth, and then
Mm.
if you gonna change it up a couple days later or a month later or whatever. And I'm saying
Yeah.
because I remember a lot. So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
tell me one thing
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm the
then say
same
something
way.
totally different
I'm quiet for a reason because I sit back and watch people for a while before I'm like, okay,
before
they
I
can be
even
enough
open up to you.
before I open up to you. So I'm gonna be spotting red flags like, oh no, I ain't fooling with them. I ain't
Yeah,
fooling with them because they already showed me stuff. Then I ain't
yeah.
even spoke to them yet.
My
yeah,
thing
you
is,
a little shyster.
I'm a person,
Yeah.
so I kind of give people the benefit of the doubt. Like,
Yeah,
And we
you a
just
social butterfly.
when we if we just like just forming a friendship, like you don't really start seeing. To me, you don't really start certain stuff until you actually hang out with them more.
Yeah.
Did we lose Keisha?
Huh?
Huh? No,
Her
I'm here.
video went out. Your video went out. But yeah,
You can't
On
hit
my
see me.
no, we
yeah,
can't see you no more. I can't
I
see her. That's weird. But okay, keep going. You said you can't see red flags until you start hanging them out with for more.
it's like you. That's how you really start getting to know a person because the first date is their first date. You know what I'm saying? Like when you, even within a
The first
friendship,
day.
person gonna kind of hide their who they really are. They gonna present the person who they feel like you want them to be type thing.
Yeah, the representative. That's what I
Start
call it.
around with them more and more. They start letting those guards down, and their real true person start coming out. So you didn't really get to see the red flags until you start hanging out with them more and more. If that
I
makes
get. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. I mean, it has been some people that's gotten by me that I didn't see the red flags in observing, some sit back and observing, because some people can hide it more than others. But the
Yeah.
ones that I see off the bat, oh hell no, no.
We just gonna.
Mm-hmm.
red flags when it came to my marriage too. In the beginning, I ignored a lot of red flags. Like he was just secretive. I didn't know a lot about him. Like being in his family, I just talked it up. All his family is like miles and miles away. So when you date somebody, you learn more about them by being around their people that they're comfortable with, like
Mm-hmm.
their
Yeah.
friends. So the fact that all his friends and family was really far away, it was just I only seen the person he presented to me. So like when I really got to know him later on, and like in our marriage, I was like, this person is weird. Like,
But you was married to him by then. It's too late.
Y'all was together for what? How many? 20 years?
we were together no 20 years.
How long was it, Keisha?
Ooh,
Oh, it was.
I met her when Leah was 5, but we
Yeah,
was
15.
Leah twin. So 15, 16.
yeah we were, I met him when she was 5. That don't mean we was dating at that time. We were just cool for a couple of years. We were just friends. Like we were just kicking it. We didn't really start dating until Leah was already almost in middle school. That's a lot.
Oh,
In
yeah.
like fourth or fifth grade.
Well,
Mm,
how old are you in the fourth, fifth grade? Like nine,
what?
10?
8, 9, 10, something like that.
I don't
Well,
know. Kendall 8 now. She
I,
In
in the
the
second
second grade.
grade.
I didn't meet Troy family, his whole family, until we was engaged.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we was engaged
Mm.
when I met my mom. I already had a ring on my finger.
Oh well, yeah, okay. It's still been a long time though.
Yeah, we did. Our 10th anniversary was literally last month. If we would have still been married, we would have been married 10 years last month.
10 years.
We got married in
It's
2000.
been longer than that.
We got married in 2013, y'all. I,
Oh damn! In July 2013, right?
mm, I was engaged for 2.
Damn, time be flying by. I don't remember
Like hell, don't it?
2013.
Yeah,
It seemed longer than that though.
It, no,
we been dealing with each other longer than that. Of course we were, but that's
20,
all.
20 years. It's about 20. It seemed like it because I
That's
know Leah was real young, and hell, I
I
think
been
I was in
married
the
when
military still. I think I
Mm,
was. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Mm.
know I was.
Well, yeah, you know better than us, so I guess it just seemed.
July 20th, 2013.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, time flying by. Time flying
Yeah,
by.
it do. It do.
Mm-hmm.
But I had kind of paid attention to like, let me get to know this person a little more. Like, pay attention to the fact that he had a lot of stuff. I didn't know a lot about him when we got married. Like, we didn't discuss stuff like finance. He kept that secret, stuff like that until
Yeah.
after later. So those
So
flags, somebody who say they want to be with you for the rest of your life, and you don't disclose certain stuff, that's a red flag.
yeah. So now that brings me to my next question. Why did you overlook these red flags, and why didn't you, dive deeper into them?
You talk about this one person. You talk about the man.
I mean, in general, we can say in
Yeah.
general, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I
A lot,
mean,
like
everybody has done it before. Everybody's done overlook a red flag. So why did you do it?
a lot of times, like in relationships, I'm just gonna speak on relationships. I ain't gonna speak on friendships. I see red flags of friendships. I literally cut them. But when it comes to relationships, like especially if you done kind of got the person like okay, dating pool already sucks. You know what I'm saying? And in the spirit of me, like, okay, I'm almost 40, I'm ready to kind of settle down again, type thing. And then I've been comfortable with this person, even though he got or he do this. The good parts about him I like.
Mm-hmm.
So you ignore the little stuff that you be like, maybe I could just get up, or maybe it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something I got to deal with all the time. Or am I making
Well,
sense?
I am 40, and if you got any kind, I'm cutting it off. No, I don't want to deal with it no more.
You
No more. I'll be single before I have to deal with another piece of. I ain't gonna cuss, but
you can
I'll
cut,
be.
You can cuss on here.
but it depends on okay, what everybody's this deception
But
of a
everybody red flags are
is
different. Yeah,
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people can tolerate different stuff. So, but
Mm-hmm.
me, no, the stuff that I've been through, and I feel like I've been in a marriage because I've been in a relationship half my life. I've never been real. This is the first time I've been single,
Are
like
you truly
nobody. Huh?
are you truly single?
Yes, I am truly single. What the hell am I supposed to be, Jaquisha?
Let me
Jesus, government name. I can still be friends. I mean, I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not doing no. We not playing house together. None of that. We just friends.
So that's a question. That might be a question for another show. But like, how can you be friends with your ex?
I don't know.
When
I can't. If we,
I can be friends with. I'm
yeah,
friends with a
if
couple of
we.
mine.
your ex display red flags,
Now, I'm not friends with all my exes. I'm not friends with that
we
be
talk
me.
particular friends.
Baby daddy.
I,
Okay.
We
name his.
and your baby daddy ain't friends. But
You said
when
what?
we know you and your baby daddy ain't friends. But this
Yeah.
particular ex that you got all these red flags from you, like, okay, I'm in my fourth, I ain't dealing with that no more. How can you be friends with that person? Like, what when you start dating, are you still gonna be friends with him? When you start dating someone else?
I probably won't talk to him as much as the conversation probably be cut off. You know what I'm saying? I probably won't be. I got a boyfriend, so I can't be talking to you, or I can't be texting you like that, or whatever.
Oh, I get what she's saying. Like you're not gonna give as much of your energy and attention as
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
I get. Yeah.
Is it a red flag to a man that you still friends with your ex?
It depends on the person. I think because
That's a red
everybody
flag.
got that. No, I mean you got to look.
You
Every situation is different. You can't say that.
Well, to me, it's a red flag to me because I know me personally. I'm not gonna be friends with my ex, and I'm in a relationship because I don't want you to even get in your head or think that something might happen. So
See, but you dealing with because you coming from a mindset of dealing with from a toxicity mindset. When you dealing with somebody like that secure in themselves, they don't care about that because they know I
yeah,
know I'm the real deal. You ain't gonna leave me to go back to
yep,
your ex because it's an ex for a reason.
it's an ex for a reason.
yep,
We
ex
what we are better
too.
as friends than
Pretty.
as lovers or whatever. We better as
Mm-hmm.
friends.
I don't know, like if I'm talking to a guy and we on a date and he be like, oh, that's my ex, or that she my ex text me, or I'm gonna have some questions.
But that's just like I mean, your baby, that is your ex, and he still got to communicate with you.
If Kendall didn't exist, we wouldn't be friends. We ain't even friends.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well,
That's an extra
um,
thing that you
Al
can't.
Tariq is your friend.
That's what he
How
got
long?
my. I
He
just
not
played
your friend.
got a child together. We're not friends. I don't like no
Nigga
damn.
is 20 years old.
We don't
After
talk.
18, you cut
We're
it
not
out. I ain't
friends
gotta talk to you. I ain't
like
gotta
that.
come to you. If it's like that, you ain't gotta come around me. You speak directly to your child.
When friends would imply that we speak on a regular basis, like I know what's going on with your life, you know what's going on in my life.
No,
We're not.
I didn't. I'm not saying
On,
that. I said it will be less than.
Hey, y'all gone off on a whole nother subject.
we're not talking about that a little bit. No, that's the thing. Like, so you say you dating somebody new, and you and your ex, like, we ain't gonna say no name. We're gonna call him Mr. S. Mr. S still cool with the family. He's still y'all friend. You're still your friend. You one of the family members right to the cookout. How you think your new boy gonna feel? the ex at the cookout chilling with your mama and shit.
Cookout, but if a family member invite him to the cookout, what can I do?
Ain't nothing
Well,
you can do.
family member that's probably gonna invite him. I see
I
y'all
wouldn't
still.
invite him. I
I see.
wouldn't be like,
I,
man, come on to the cookout. You know, mama throwing so and so on the grill. I wouldn't do no shit like that.
Yeah, I
But
would.
but if someone else invite him because they're friends, then that has nothing to do with me. I would let my new boyfriend know, hey, so and so invited him. I ain't had nothing to do with me. I didn't invite him. If you
mm-hmm.
uncomfortable with him, we can go, whatever. But I'm not saying I'm gonna invite him or whatever, and I'm not gonna be talking to him like that to invite him to a cookout. But
Yeah.
if he needs me or if he needs to talk to me or whatever, something serious, then yeah, he can still reach out to me because I consider him still a friend, even though we not together. You know what I'm saying? We not
Yeah.
together, but I
I
consider
ain't.
him a friend.
My thing is, I think it takes a certain level of maturity and emotional growth to be able to be ex with your friends. I mean, ex friends with your ex,
Yeah.
because I mean, like, what
Want to be friends with my ex. Fuck that nigga. If
it
somebody
is. Like I said, that's how you
You
feel. Every
yeah.
situation is different. Like, I'm not friends with all of my exes, but it's somebody I can
Oh,
be friends with. Like, my thing is, if you really cared about somebody, like, how can you really cut them off like that? Like,
yeah.
no, you're not gonna like stop talking. Like, talk to them the same way, like every day, and give them all your attention. But like, still check in. Like, I still have a level of care for you.
y'all gotta let my
Mm-hmm.
careful at a distance. I
That's
wish.
what I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah.
let
Uh,
I
Call you. I ain't
well, but
calling you every
my
day. I ain't texting you every
phone.
day.
what'd you
Don't.
say,
I,
And that's
Nikki?
that.
I wish you well, but don't call my
Yeah.
phone because I'm sorry.
And
But
I'm
not.
gonna let, and if he really my friend, and I tell him I got a boyfriend, he gonna respect that anyway. He not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
texting me like that anyway.
Exactly. Exactly.
Glad because we ain't gonna be friends. No.
I mean, it like to each his own. Like, I mean, I heard a quote one day last week talking about like if you can't be friends with your ex, I don't know how true it is. That means you have some level of feeling still for them. I don't
Oh,
know.
you
That was just that person's opinion. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's just a quote that I heard on
I'm
Instagram.
not feeling. I don't want nothing bad happen to you, but I don't want to be with you neither.
No, I mean
I want.
like feelings of still like romantic feelings. That's what
Oh
I think
no,
he was implying. Yeah.
but no, I don't got no feelings.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I've heard that. I don't know how true it is. So yeah,
Maybe, if, especially like if it's something that's fresh, like y'all just broke up, and maybe later on y'all could be friends. But
yeah, it takes time. I'm not saying it
it,
happens like overnight. It takes time.
to me, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, and I think it depends on how the breakup happened. If it was like a mutual, peaceful breakup, what's the problem?
Okay, so I'm gonna pivot a little bit.
What you mean you gonna pick? What you talking about?
When we talk about red flags, do you guys like? We talk about red flags in like new relationships and new friendships. What about people who you have long term friendship relationships with, like family members?
What?
oh,
Huh? What you?
Ever
red flags and family members.
family member like, okay, that's my cousin or that's my mama. We ain't bringing
Oh,
it up like that, but that's
I
my mom.
love you, but I'm gonna stay the hell away from you. That's all it is to it.
see, you about to be on here talking, have me talking about a certain person, and I don't even want to talk about that person. So no.
I'ma love you, but I'ma stay away from you because you got some issues,
But red
and
flags,
I ain't trying to get into it.
the red flags can be anywhere with anybody.
Yeah, it can be. That's
Yes,
why I
it
said keep it
sure is.
general.
With your kids, you can have you
Yeah.
see them like, okay, that's my child, but I might need to how do you don't ignore it, but you can't
Well, I
change.
guess that brings it to the question, since I got to go there. When you have red flags in a parent.
You love them, and you like, all right.
Hold on. Wait a minute, can I mute for a second?
Yeah, you can mute.
All right.
What was you saying, Keisha?
You love them, but you keep your distance. You still can go to little family function, whatever. But I don't rock with you the same way or whatever because you got some issues with you that you need to talk to somebody about. Period. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna. I ain't gonna cause you. I still love you. You my family. You my blood. I'm not gonna just cause you got some shit you got going on and you like to start shit or whatever the case may be. I ain't gonna cut you off or
Mm-hmm.
disown you or say they ain't home. I'm just gonna rock with you a different way.
She just did her
Okay.
but
Okay, I mean that
I
makes sense. So,
rock with you like a different way. Like I feel like it kind of depends on the family member.
well, I just said a parent.
A parent.
Yeah. It adds the dynamic, don't it? Because there's some people out here to be like, you stick by, like, especially when they say in the Bible, honor and love your parent, you stick by your parent. Well, I don't think it
Oh,
says
I
all that, but
love you, and I'm not
yeah,
gonna disrespect you. I'm not gonna make you feel the type of way. But I know when it comes to certain stuff, it's gonna be some boundaries, and I'm not, you know, especially if you grown.
especially if you're grown. Well, if it's your parent, yeah, you.
I
No, I'm talking about you as a child as well.
like
Oh, yeah,
when it comes to a parent who's been absent in your life. But when it comes to the parent who has not been absent, would you still feel that way?
say that one more time for me. So
Yeah,
I
Okay, so
could.
when we talk about a parent, red flags with a parent, I automatically would think of the parent who's been absent, who's
Okay,
always a problem, who's
yeah,
always on these damn red flags out here want somebody to turn them green. But that's the parent that's been absent. What
mm-hmm.
about the parent that's not been absent, who's been in your life your whole life? They've been a good parent, but they have red flags, certain things that you like.
well, I mean, I'm not gonna put my business all the way out there, but I'm going something similar with my oldest daughter. So it's just you just gotta you explained it. I did the best that I can, and it's not that how can I put this?
Same family member. Say I'm just gonna put myself in the situation. Like, say if me and I seen some stuff that as an adult in mama that I'm like
Yeah,
kind
Oh, I
of
have seen some stuff in Mother. So yeah,
we can't. No,
I'm not gonna. But I'm being honest. I mean, I'm
yeah, you being
transparent.
honest.
You got to be transparent about it. I'm not transparent. Like, but the thing is, me and Mama, because she has been there, and me and Mama do have a relationship. We can talk about anything. We can talk about it.
right.
So it's different. I
Yeah,
can't talk to other people about it. So so it is a difference. But yeah, I know, girl, you need to shape it up.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I seen like, but I'm just using that as an example. Like it's different relationships call for different, I guess, different ways of approaching. I guess,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
but the
That,
daddy been there ever. Be like, okay, I'm gonna treat you different. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna love you as a dad at a distance. You still my dad. I still respect you as my daddy, but I don't got to deal with you because
yeah,
Yeah.
it's your mama or your daughter who's somebody who done grew up in the house you done raised or they done raised you. And now you as an adult, you starting to see stuff like, or later on in life, you start to see stuff like this person ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
not
you
so
probably, yeah.
cut the person off
Sure,
or love
I
them
don't
yeah.
from a
know.
distance.
Yeah, love them from a distance. I'm especially now that we all adults, so I'm not gonna keep on trying to make or push or force myself or do stuff like that. I know you got some stuff that you got going on with yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay. So we're gonna switch it up. I don't have any kids, so switch it up to a kid. If you're coming from a parent perspective and you got a toxic
that's
ass
what I'm saying.
child,
You
well,
still love them. I love you to death, but I'm just you grown. But if you, I mean, yeah, you grown. So I can't do but so much because you're grown. I can
mm-hmm.
talk to you. I can talk to you till I'm blue in the face. But how you feel, this how you feel. I can't change that
Yeah.
because you know.
I guess
So
to me, get it like when it comes to my kids, if I see some I say it, say the word,
Toxicity,
yes,
toxicity. Ooh,
toxicity.
toxic
Lord.
traits.
I'm probably, I'm probably trying to go push harder to get them some help or try to figure out how to. I don't know how to fix this toxic trait you have over anybody else because if I'm seeing this toxic
I
trait
mean, if
in
you.
the world and I want to kind of steer you down a better path as opposed to just letting you be like, okay, I'm gonna love you from this. You gonna figure that out because you grown. I
Mm-hmm.
probably, you see what
Well,
I'm
if
saying?
you ain't, you done been to counseling, you done therapy, you done this, you done that, and you still doing whatever, and you at the age that you can make your own decisions and choose your own path. It's
Mm-hmm.
nothing too much that I can say or do.
Yeah, that's true. And my thing is when you said like I'm gonna try to fix that toxic trait. You can't fix that toxic
I ain't
trait.
no, I gotta
I
want to fix
fix
it.
it. Yeah.
Help fix it, trying to find you some help. But if y'all just explore different avenues to try to help whoever
Mm-hmm.
fix this toxic trait, then you kind of gotta wash your hands, even if it's your child. I get
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
I
love
can't.
you. But it's something that you gonna
My
have
life,
to.
you
I'm gonna be there if you need me, regardless.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm not finna be every 5 minutes arguing and fighting and going back and forth with you. No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Okay. I like that. So I got a question now before I get into the other ones. What red flag would you say was your wake up call? What's the biggest red flag that was like, ooh, no, no for you? That kind of, kind of change your perspective on things or how you deal with situations. Am I saying this right? Are you understanding the question?
Yeah. I guess like because I just had a like very recent
Mm-hmm.
situation with somebody who I had been dealing with for a long, long, long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew he had a temper.
Mm-hmm.
It never
Yeah,
got far to the point where now I'm questioning my safety and my kids' safety with you type thing. Like it got that
Oh.
far. Like, and I should have just cut it off when I seen the first time when you acted out, but it did. It like because I let it build. Now it done got to the point where there's no coming back type thing. So that was
Mm-hmm.
my red flag. That was goddamn. It was bright red. It was burning for years. Not just help. Like I
well,
don't see
lies
it.
went.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I kept trying to turn that flag into six flags like we had to guard and pick up in hell. So that was, and then I would say in my marriage, the red flag that was like my breaking point. Like you lied about everything. You know what I'm saying? So when the truth started coming out, and now you make lying to make up to cover the lies that you lied, that was like, okay, this shit ain't gonna do nothing but get worse.
Mm.
But
Okay.
and I could see you're a different person in front of my family and my friends than when we behind closed doors by ourselves.
Mm. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
mine was, and it shouldn't even get to that point with anybody. But when it comes down to my faith, my freedom, and my life, period.
Like your peace, or just
My no being free to do. I can walk and go and do and drive, and because I would be
Mm.
in jail right now, I would still be locked up right now
what you
dealing with
gonna.
a certain person.
We talk about baby daddy.
Yeah, we talk about baby daddy.
Oh, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. It might be some open case still or something. I don't know. We ain't
That,
going there.
I think
No.
our baby daddy, well, you be like, nigga, I could goddamn kill your ass. Like I would be in jail.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in jail. I'm gonna be in prison.
So,
I ain't gonna know
Mm.
nobody. My kids would have been raised by somebody totally different. Yeah,
that's a lot of people red flag. I can't ignore red flags until it get to the point where now I'm compromising my peace. Now I'm compromising my morals. What I know is right and wrong. I'm compromising my
Mm-hmm.
life. Like if I'm a free spirit, that shouldn't change because I'm with you. I'm still that
Yeah.
free spirit. That don't mean that's loyal. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get
When
what
you
you're
start
saying. I.
like how you move on a day to day. If I'm used to going out and having fun with my friends, in my life, and I can't move like that no more, then that's a problem. So when it's
Mm-hmm.
compromising how you feel about yourself or how you move or your integrity or just your
Mm-hmm.
peace period, then I think that's a lot of people red flag. Like, okay, it's time for me to let this go, to cut this tie.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I think for me, mine
I,
is kind of similar to both of y'all's, but like, when I tell some like now that I know that this is a red flag, when I'm with somebody, I always tell them like, I can't, for one, I can't be your everything. I can't be your mother, your father, your pastor, your brother. I can't be everything. You know, I can just be here to support you as much as I can. But if you need a therapist, you need to go to a therapist. You know what I mean? And also, I don't want to be in a relationship where I lose my own individuality. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like,
So
I
with
still want, yes, I still, like you
take
said, I
your
still want to
friends
be.
out, family don't want to do nothing, can't
Mm-hmm,
go
that's
nowhere.
how I felt like when I was with Leah Daddy. Like I started isolating myself because he didn't approve of nothing. So
Yeah,
instead of
mm-hmm,
I'm just gonna isolate myself because I don't want to get my family involved. I don't want to. When I'm used to, you know how we are as a family. Like we get together, we have cookouts
mm-hmm,
on a regular basis. Like I was going months and weeks without talking to like my mom and my siblings. Like Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I,
So yeah,
I
it's gonna
yeah.
take a person to deal with me in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah. I can't say that I've ever had that experience of somebody was having me like isolated myself from the family. I mean, like individuality is me like I'm so wrapped up into that person that it's almost like we became the same person. You know what I mean?
Like we all together all the time doing everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't go nowhere unless he at. He going. I
Yeah. Yeah.
going.
I
I can't
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
I done been in one like that too. And I'm like, I don't like this
like
because I
I'm
feel
going
like
out with the girls. What you mean you want to go? We
yeah.
want to go
yeah.
with your witness.
But I
Yeah.
noticed I have friends who's like that in their relationship and they're happy. If that's what
That's
you want yourself,
Hey,
to,
to
that's
each his
hey,
own.
to
that's
each his
because
own.
that's the precedent they set in the beginning of the relationship. Like they was okay in the beginning. So don't
Mm-hmm.
switch like type thing. Like it was okay for you to come show up at girls' night in the beginning. I thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
Now we 4 years in. Now I'm getting on your nerve because I'm showing up at girls'
Yeah.
night. You
Yeah.
gotta that those clear expectations in the beginning.
Oh yeah. And that's one thing
Yeah,
I
I
make
know
sure I
brothers
do.
like that too, and they just and the girl she just don't go nowhere. She just like cause he don't
See?
be right.
See, I'll
They,
be because one
Mm-mm.
thing I don't do. You're not
yeah,
gonna
it was cute in the beginning. Oh, he bought us some wine. He bought us. He paid for this. No,
to me.
Mm-mm.
That's
girls,
To
not.
me that's a form of control. To
yeah,
me.
that's red flag within itself. Like I'm hanging with my girls. Why you a man want to be around all these women?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten to the point now if I'm dating somebody, I'll be pushing them, go hang out, leave me alone, let me miss you for
Yeah.
a little bit. You know what I
You
mean?
supposed to.
And
Yeah,
that's
you supposed.
that's why I probably not, I'm in this mind state that I am. Even if I do get in a serious relationship, I want us to have our separate. We don't have to live together. Like just continue to
Mm-hmm.
live. I can have my space. You have your space. You have full access to my house. I have full access to your house. However, we want to set those boundaries up, but we don't have to be in each other's space. I've never been that one to want to be stuck up under somebody,
Oh,
and
I
that's just
can't.
chips, my siblings, even maturing. I'd be like, y'all need to go some goddamn well. I need my space to myself.
Yeah,
So
we
I
don't.
Yeah.
We ain't about that clingy stuff. No.
um,
So okay. All right. So I guess that brings me to my next one. I'm gonna leave this next big
it
one for the
went
last. Huh?
hard. I started at the bottom and went easy. These questions get more deep and
That's the
hard.
whole point. They gotta get deep. The last question is gonna really get y'all. So
What's
I
the
might
so
get
last question?
trying.
I ain't on the last question yet. You jumping the ball. Well, the next question is so where do you think like this spirit of overlooking red flags or certain red flags came from within you? What do you think was the root cause of it? From your own personal experience, from childhood, whatever you think it is.
I think mine growing up, you was like you need not to say you need a man, but it was like you need a man. The man he's the provider. He's to do this. He's to do that. You just gotta if he out here doing whatever, just let him do it. Long as he taking care of the
Oh,
household.
I know where
Da da
you
da
got
da
that
da.
from. That was from grandma.
Yeah,
I know that's
Yeah,
come
yeah.
from. That makes
So
sense. Yes. Yeah.
they play part of my marriage. Like,
Mm-hmm.
long as he taking care of what you need to
right.
take care of, then, a man gonna be a man. I heard that so much growing up. A man gonna be a man. What the hell does that mean? A man gonna be a man. A female gonna be a female. So
Yeah, I think that's an excuse they just give it to overlook stuff that they're doing. You
To
know,
make them
like
better about,
what's
you
going
know,
on. Mm-hmm.
in the situation. Or,
Yeah.
but I would
Not.
say,
Yeah.
ask the question again.
what do you, what do you think the root cause of these overlooking these red flags came from? Something in your childhood or something of that nature? The root cause of overlooking red flags.
Me personally, and I'm just speaking in general, I'm speaking as far as friendships, relationships, even siblings, everybody. Even though I like my a long time, I'm a social person, so I like people around me, and so sometimes, you know what I mean, like whether it be like on a romantic level, or whether it be on a friendship level, I'm having fun with my friends, or where it be with my kids. Like sometimes I do get in these lonely spells where I'm like, I just need somebody around me. So even though like with my last situation that just ended, like even though sometimes he would be toxic, like I felt comfortable around him when I get those feelings. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm feeling like I'm going into a little depression state or I'm doing this. He was always the person that I could call and I go around him and I feel better. So I'm ignoring the fact that we toxic. when we mad. You know what I'm saying? We hit below the belt. When we mad, it's a lot of red flags there. But I'm comfortable with this person in my loneliness. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm feeling lonely, I could call my friend who I
But
know ain't no friend, but
but
she cool.
but where does that come from? What is the root cause of this? You wanting that when you feeling lonely or feel like you about to go into this depression stage. Where did that come from? Do you think?
I don't.
Dig deep, dig deep.
I
Boredom.
or boredom or years of bearing it to the point where you can't bear it no more. You see what I'm saying? Like you bearing these feelings. Like I'm just hiding them. I'm hiding. You talk not to hide, not to show. Black people don't get depressed. Black people don't do this. Black people. So you know what I'm saying? It come from okay. This is how I'm gonna put this band-aid over at this time. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It it,
Oh.
it, it was like that until I actually started going to therapy and was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't just hide it or put it by the wayside or sweep it under the rug. I need to explore these feelings and dive deep and see. Maybe I don't need nobody around me because I
Mm,
get to the point where
Well,
say
I mean, everybody need that alone time, and you do need to be sociable.
yeah.
yes.
Whether
It's
it's
it.
at work, whether it's at whatever you do, you need to interact with different people, other
Yes.
people.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I agree with that. But on the same note, it's
It's,
healthy to have alone time and be able to sit with your own thoughts and not feel a certain type of way. You got to have a balance of the two.
I didn't start having a balance. Like I could sit, I could be alone, and then like if I'm already feeling bouts of like depression or something, like during the week, and then my kids gone, I'm here by myself, and then they start trickling over into being more than just those little trickling feelings. I can't be by myself. I can't
Mm.
sit in with my thought, because then I start overthinking it or underthinking and backwards thinking and forward thinking. So I need to be
What?
around. Like that's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm getting dressed and going outside because I was
Hmm.
sitting here and I start wallowing in it and be thinking like, I did this. If I did this, I should have did this. So I
Yeah.
should be doing this. So I should. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I get it. I
I
get
gotta
it.
go. I gotta be around some people. I gotta be around somebody to get my mind off shit.
Okay, I understand
yeah,
that. It be
yeah.
like that sometimes. Just I get that.
Everybody got different ways of dealing
Of
with
dealing
it.
with it, yeah. And and that one way, my way of handling things don't have to necessarily look like your way of handling things because we
You
two
right?
different people. Like I say I'm a introverted extrovert,
I'm
and
an
you,
introvert. I like to be in the house, chill with a good movie and some food, and I'll be
mhm,
by myself. You
yeah,
go
yeah, well, yeah.
coming
Like
over. All right, you know what we
But
doing? Yeah,
I like. I'm more of I like doing that too, but if we were to do it on a scale, I'm more of a social person on that side of the scale as opposed to being an introvert standing in the house. Like I have my moments where like, I don't want to do shit. I'm a
yeah,
house and cook me some food and watch me a movie or turn on my Anita Baker and sip me some wine by myself. But
yeah.
then
Listen to
most of
music,
the
drink.
time I'm doing something. I'm outside. I done found me a concert. Like most of the time I'm outside being social because that's just me. I'm a
yeah.
more person.
Yeah, yeah, I think you the most introverted out of the three of us.
Yeah,
Keisha is introverted, and I say I'm an introverted extrovert because I can adapt to the situation
I
without
think
me
I'm
going.
out of the four of us because Mario's really like a person that like to sit in the house too. Like he chilling.
yeah,
I didn't think about that. Yeah, Mario. Okay, okay. So this the last question for this one. Y'all ready? Do you think,
No, no,
mother? Almost cuss. Almost
no.
cuss.
So
Do you think that by ignoring red flags is it the same as ignoring God?
yeah,
I need to dig deeper into that question.
Hey.
yeah. Because God send you signs, even if you
Hmm.
don't pay attention. He signs, and He gonna keep on repeating and repeating and repeating until you get it right. Till you figure
What?
out the Lord. We done been through this last weekend. We just had a conversation about this last weekend, Nikki. Me, you, and Aaliyah.
Oh, you got quiet on that one, huh?
But I mean, because it's like I don't feel like I was ignoring God, but you
Hey,
said
you
you
got to
said
be brutally honest here. You don't
huh?
feel like you're ignoring God, but He's sending these red flags for a reason.
Yep.
So then you gotta, because then I start looking at it on the other side. Well, God, you put this guy in my path. You sent him to my life. Did you send
God give you choices.
he?
He give you choices.
Yep, you do. He give you that will, the willpower of choice, and he does give you. These people are put in your life so you can learn a lesson from them. So if you
Listen
keep repeating the same lesson, you ain't
For a
learning
lesson.
the lesson.
So, okay, I ain't gonna say that I feel like I'm ignoring God when it comes to the ignoring red flags. I'm learning my lesson. Thank you, God. Like I just ain't closed the chapter. I ain't took
That's
the
a long ass chapter.
test. So I don't feel like it's ignoring God. God might just be this still me going through my lesson. I ain't took the test and passed yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't feel like, cause I like, even though, cause this
you
question
learn
to
to grow and you move on. That's what you're supposed to do.
yeah, like this question to me has two folds. Just coming from my own personal experience. Like I'm one of them people, I pray in the shower. So I'll be like, God, just send me a sign if this man is not for me or if this person is not for me. And then boom, here goes a sign. And I'll be like, well, that might not be the sign. What I'm saying.
But see, him, you just asked God to send you a
Yes.
sign, and he was like, "Bam, right in your
That
face,
might be them.
bam, right in your face," and he gonna keep on hitting you with it. He gonna keep on hitting you. He gonna
You
keep on
said
hitting
usually say sign. It's a sign right on it, just spelled SIGN. She still be like,
you.
Oh,
She
what?
yeah.
ain't read.
Oh,
She ain't reading it.
yeah. Yeah.
This the sign. This the sign. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it.
Oh, that's the devil. Oh,
No. It ain't the sign. Really?
that's
Jesus.
what I was looking for. They didn't take sign on it.
It ain't the sign you were looking. So what sign do you really want? That he's really for you? You
Probably
don't.
you. Everybody say like, I just want you to send me sign if he there for if he for me or not, but I want you to send me sign that he is for me, type thing. So it went to some
And
bullshit.
that's what God to bring them to you, just to show you that He ain't for you.
Yep.
To keep on repeating the
But
same
they
thing.
went through the lesson, so now
I'm
I
gonna
done,
keep on giving you what you pray for until you figure it out.
yep, now
Mm-hmm.
I lesson and was like, okay, yeah, you right, God. It's been
Yep.
years. I've been
Oh.
and jumping hurdles over all these signs you've been sending me. Now I can't even get past the sign right here.
No, because eventually he gonna make a way where you cannot ignore it. Just like when you say it builds up and builds up, it's gonna come a point in your life you can't ignore it no more because it's gonna become such a pest on you that you
Yeah,
Mm.
got to be able to deal with it and learn
and
from it. And you don't want
especially
to get to that point.
yeah, especially it's easier to ignore those times when nobody else know about those red flags. It's easier, but when other people start getting involved and be like, "Girl, that motherfucker crazy," or this nigga, like, then it's not so easy to ignore them signs. When it's just you dealing with it, it's easier for you to ignore it because you have nobody else input, nobody else opinion. If you ignore that sign, that's the only person you know the person got to deal with it. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
When
At the end of the day, you got to deal with
that this nigga red literally waving a red flag in your face. It's kind of harder to ignore those times when other people seeing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But why should it get to that point where other people see it before you have to be like, I can't ignore it no
Because
more?
at Six Flags, I was having fun, so
Six Flags.
I didn't see the sign.
Six
Turned
red
to
flags.
the amusement park. We was having fun. So I ignored the
Lord.
flag. I ignored the sign.
Oh my god. I mean,
Mm.
we done all been there, so no judgment. We done all been there. I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it.
My break up because y'all getting too deep.
I mean, my thing is, I've got to be transparent. Ain't no point in coming on here lying.
You're right.
Ain't nobody gonna respond to lying. There's probably somebody else going through the same similar thing. So you got to be as transparent as possible. You
Yeah.
know. And at the end of the day, if you lying, who is it gonna hurt? Only gonna
You.
hurt you. uh, just tell the truth. Shame the devil and tell the truth.
I thought we
Right?
was about some fun stuff.
What's fun? What's fun? What's fun?
This is a good conversation though. Cause I feel like it was a good time. Cause like don't nobody know like what other people red signs like red flags is.
Yeah, everybody's different, so
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
even
tolerate stuff.
sisters, and we still don't know like okay, then they ain't gonna go for that. Or, like little, you know what I'm saying? Like
Wait, hold up, wait.
I know the big stuff, but
Calm.
those all red flags. I don't know that as your sister. You know what I mean? Like
No, I mean, but we three different people just because we have the same parents. Yeah, we three different people, three different
We
personalities.
Three different personalities,
personalities and
different.
three different experience, perspectives on it. Even though we was raised the same way, we all see our childhood in a different way. We
Yeah.
all had
Well,
a very different
it ain't
experience
too.
from our childhood, huh?
Yeah, we
It ain't
did.
too different.
What'd you say?
I think it's kind of similar, but
No, no, we had. I said we had the same childhood basically, but we have different perspectives, and we have from those perspectives we have like a different viewpoint experience from those perspective, right? Like I don't
right.
see my childhood the same way you see yours or Keisha see hers. It's different,
You know,
So, but that's the three different personalities, three different people. So it is
all,
what it is,
all of us
huh?
are very, all of us are very, very different.
Yeah, we are very very
Supposed
different.
to be. We don't supposed to be the same.
I don't why people
Or
got that misconception that because we siblings when we supposed to be the same. Look at King and so yeah,
what?
Right.
very
Yep.
different. They literally night and day. So yeah,
Yeah. They are very.
hmm
I don't think like we night and day. I think like we are
morning, afternoon, and
more
and
big. Like,
yeah, morning, afternoon, and
Morning,
night.
like when
afternoon, evening,
it's around,
and
we
night.
still have
Who
like the
night?
same
Who
roles.
tonight? Nikki.
I said morning, mid morning, and brunt and afternoon. I ain't say night.
Please, you let me put in the chat one time. How do y'all get up this early? And it was 10 o'clock in the morning.
Saturday.
I
You ain't
said I
nowhere.
get up. I get up early every day. I don't even care if I go to bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm still up.
I'm
No
still
later
up.
than
I get
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Friday on Saturday and Sunday. I don't want to get up early.
Unless I'm
I
drunk or sick or something. I'm up.
mm. So
And
I'm the morning one because I'm up at like probably
y'all
about the latest is like 5:30.
like doing shit at
Now
10 o'clock.
I ain't up unless I got to go to work. I ain't up that early.
Oh no, I'm up
But a
even on
day,
the weekend. Even on the weekend,
nah,
my morning
unless
just yeah.
I
my
have no
latest is eight
with
thirty, 9 o'clock.
I have no problem with laying in my bed till 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Ooh,
I
I
feel
can't
like
do
if you
it.
up early, your day be you start the day off right, you get stuff done.
You
Right.
You just
do.
have the rest of the day to
What
chill,
what is you doing? What the day doing? What?
clean up, and go run errands. And
I'll give you my morning schedule right here. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up, I pray and I meditate, I work out, I go for a walk, and then I make myself breakfast. And this is all before I check any emails or I check any text messages, anything like that. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. That's my me time to get my day
Yeah,
started.
I understand. But my me
Yeah.
time for God's still listening at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I get up.
Okay. Well, all right.
Oh, I
Whatever.
still
No,
I just can't. I
it
don't think I'm
just
in this state of mind at
it,
6 o'clock on
I get
Saturday.
it. And like I said, everybody is different. Like if I don't do that, I already feel my day is already
yeah,
off.
your day is off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
not
Yeah.
me. My day right on track.
Okay. Okay.
I like,
Okay.
like
So
I mean, to me, I look at it like because Keisha, your kid's grown. Even though Leah grown, I still got Kendall. Like on during the week, we up school, summer camp. I'm getting up. I'm rushing. I'm always doing something. Always. When I get up in the morning, I don't rest or chill until I'm off work, and then my house shutting down. So I'm ripping and running. But like I go into the office when I'm working, or my mind always going on Saturday. I just want to.
I understand that.
I
You
don't give
Yeah.
a
know,
shit.
now that brings me to another question. That last one was supposed to be the last question. But do you think that oh god, it kind of it left me for a minute. I don't know how to word it.
Mm.
If you were not necessarily to get up early, but if you had a set time every whatever time of the day it was, where you closed off to the world and you really connected to whoever you believe in, do you think that you would get more clearer with seeing red flags early on and be like, no, I cut it off right at the head? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I feel like even if you closed off yourself for an hour and just sat and meditated and connected with whoever you believe in, I feel like until in your mind state you really ready to deal with those red flags, regardless if you praying, meditating or not, if you still ain't in your mind state like, okay, I'm ready to leave this person alone. it's really on you personally. Like it's not. I don't think that that time set aside was gonna change that until you really ready in your head and your heart to change. To
Have you ever tried meditating?
I meditate all the time.
God, God come. I mean, you asking basically when you meditate, you praying, you asking God for give you
Mm-hmm.
something to make you see whether
Mm-hmm.
this, whether that, or whatever. So I think yeah, it'll be you have more clarity, or you'll be have a clear vision of what you want in this
Mm-hmm.
person. If it's not it, then you know that it's time to
Mm-hmm.
part
Yeah.
ways or whatever.
I'm gonna tell you real talk, Nick. Like when
Hey,
since I've been truly like I've been meditating probably about a year and a half, like off and on. But like since I've gotten consistent with it, and I got consistent with it after Kenya died, my whole perspective on things have changed drastically.
maybe I ain't meditating right.
Well, I don't
You can
take.
pray. I mean, I pray every morning. I make sure that's the first thing I do when I wake up. I thank God. Thank you for whatever your prayer is,
Mm-hmm.
and just show me what I need to do as far as today, and keep all negative energy, send
Yeah,
that
Mm-hmm.
vibes my way, and I clear everything. It makes you feel better.
It does
yeah,
make you feel better. And when
every day.
stuff when stuff happens throughout the day, because stuff is going to happen throughout the day, you respond. I know that I respond
Yeah.
differently now too. Cause I'm like, oh, all right,
Oh,
whatever.
quick
Yeah,
as
Yeah.
like especially in the morning when I wake up, I'm more thankful. Even if I'm going through something, I'm thanking God for just giving me, let me go through it to see something. You know what I'm saying? To experience it, but because
to
I'm
learn.
very yeah.
Okay.
I'm not meditating right because I swear to God, like I'll meditate. I don't sorry, not swear to God, but I'll meditate. We in here in my own self care, meditating, face mask, just doing just
Mm,
me, and then I get a text and be like, oh, I'm going over there. Like you know what I'm
okay.
saying? So
Okay. All right. So you know what? We're gonna put a pin into this. We're gonna end it right here, and it's gonna be part of the next episode when we talking about the healing part of coming out of dealing with these red flags. We're gonna get more into that because we already about an hour in it now. We about an
healing
hour in. Yeah. Yeah. So
good.
we gonna shut it down right here. Come back next Friday, vibing with TJ, and we're gonna have these two on again. So we're gonna close it out here, y'all. Peace out.
I'm tired now.
All right. You tired?
You
I'm
stop